So it appears that Greta Thunberg has decided to kind of let off one last shot, like kicking him really like at the end to finish it off, kind of like a Vegeta type of move. But as you guys know, Andrew Tate decided to randomly call out Greta Thunberg on Twitter, flexing his 33 cars, trolling, saying that he's really happy about destroying the climate. And Greta Thunberg decided to respond by saying, yeah, email me at like smalldickenergy@getalife.com, making fun of him. Obviously very hilarious. That tweet is now in the like top 10 or 20 list we're going to look at here of most liked tweets of all time. So literally is like all timer in that list. So super, super huge beatdown. She's deciding to finish it off. She sends another tweet saying, "This is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes." This also, this has almost 2.7 million likes. You can see it's 2,699,679 likes, and it's just raising. So I looked at the list of most liked tweets, and I believe to make it into the top 25, you need 2.8 million. This is blowing up. So look at how much is going up. You can see the live counter now. It's rising really fast. It just went up to 2.7 million. This is probably going to cross 3 million at least, I'm thinking. So it will certainly cross 2.8, so it'll make it into the top 25 as well. So this is like an all-time beatdown in terms of just like a massive ratio on the first tweet, like 160k likes on Tate's tweet to like 3 million, some 3.2 on the one that she sent out. It was a really hilarious burn, and it was very substantive because what he was doing was small dick energy. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with having a small dick, so that's not an insult. And yeah, get a life. Why are you randomly... Like, it wasn't like there was any kind of prior provocation by Greta towards Andrew Tate. That was just, like, randomly made up by Andrew Tate, right? So, it was weird. But there's also a little bit of a catch here that I'm going to talk about before we get into the list of most liked tweets. So she says, "This is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes." So the current narrative and claim has been that the reason why Andrew Tate was actually raided, now there was already an investigation going on into his actions in Romania of like having like this criminal enterprise basically that was like taking advantage of women and raping them and luring them in with saying you're gonna have marriage and then take advantage of them sexually. But the reason why Romanian police raided was because the response video that Andrew Tate had dropped had these pizza boxes that were from a Romanian pizza chain, like a Bucharest pizza chain, which is interesting because when I saw the boxes, I was like, what the hell is Jerry's Pizza? I've never heard of that in my life. Everything is so nationalized in the United States that usually you can kind of tell like what the box is, whether it's Domino's or whatever. But here's what it says. Look, check this out. This is the original tweet. "Romanian authorities needed proof that Andrew Tate was in the country, so they reportedly used his social media posts. His ridiculous video yesterday featured a pizza from a Romanian pizza chain, Jerry's Pizza, confirming he was in the country. This is absolutely epic." And so this kind of goes into a bigger conversation about what's going on in terms of Twitter journalism and where this is headed, because there's a nonstop fake news on Twitter now. So you have to double, triple, quadruple check. Like I had seen a tweet that said, it went viral. It said, breaking like Hooters to shut down because polls show millennials don't like boobs. It was like stupid, but it looked actually like official, but it wasn't legit obviously, but a lot of people believed it. So this person is somebody who writes for, I guess, Wired and Slate, but this is not actually accurate. This didn't actually end up happening. So it says, fact check, did Andrew Tate's pizza box tip off Romanian police? And so actually this didn't actually happen. And so, what it ends up saying here is, however, there's no verifiable evidence that the pizza box was used to confirm the location of Andrew, his brother Tristan, and or two other individuals connected to investigations. It says, in a follow-up thread, Caraballo said she was led to believe the pizza box may have been relevant after reading a report by Romanian news site Gandul, which, according to Caraballo, said authorities had moved to arrest the brothers after seeing, including on social networks, that they were together in Romania. Caraballo claims she then went through social media posts from the brothers in the lead up to the arrest, concluding that the only post with information indicating they were in Romania was the one with the pizza box. So that brings us to the pizza video response. The reason I settled on that is because it's the only post with the confirmed time and place that puts Andrew Tate in Romania in his home that could not be reposted content, she said. I think it's fair that people are criticizing me for jumping to conclusions. This is not confirmed by Romanian officials, and I'm basing my assumption off a poorly Google translated article from Romanian reporting. However, I did the work and looked at his socials to check. Do I think this is the defining piece of evidence for the police? Absolutely not. I do believe it could have been used to easily place Andrew Tate's home in Romania with a tight time frame. It could also be verified by calling the pizza location. As it stands, there's no evidence that the pizza was the only identifying information used to track Tate's movements, if indeed social media posts were crucial to his arrest. And so there's another article that's basically saying pizza box did not lead to Andrew Tate's trafficking and arrest, Romanian agency. A Romanian law enforcement agency confirmed that misogynist influencer Andrew Tate has been arrested on human trafficking charges, but said one widely reported detail is inaccurate. Some people had speculated that officials had been tipped off to Tate's whereabouts by a pizza box seen in a video he made about teen climate activist Greta Thunberg. But Tate, Romania's agency targeting organized crime, told the Associated Press that wasn't the case. Funny, but no. Tate spokesperson Ramona Bola told the AP. And so it's not actually true. This is fake news, most likely. The only, you can maybe make the argument that, maybe it did, but it seems embarrassing for the Romanian police, so they're going to say that it's not. But honestly, when you actually read this tweet, they needed proof that Andrew Tate was in the country, so they reportedly used his social media posts, his ridiculous video chain, yesterday featured a pizza from Romanian pizza chain Jerry's Pizza confirming he was in the country. This is weird because this tweet, when you actually read it semantically, it's actually not even saying that it was the pizza boxes that actually confirmed his whereabouts in Romania. It's even then it's kind of wishy-washy on it, so even then it's not even saying that technically, so she could kind of get off on that. But has 520,000 favorites, and there was another one that I think this one has 720. Andrew Tate's video in response to Greta Thunberg allowed Romanian authorities to confirm he's in the country and arrest him in human trafficking investigation due to the pizza chain shown in the 2-minute rant. This is so this one is more clear that it's bullshit, basically. So this is the era that we're in now, where everything is just fake news and it's not really clear. And the problem is none of these people, some of the other person is actually, this is somebody who's not a journalist, but they're a Harvard Law cyber law clinic, clinical instructor, bylines for Wired and Slate. So this person doesn't even have that excuse, because it's dude, you are educated in that field, but a lot of these people don't have journalism degrees, pop base, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Just random places with no journalistic understanding of anything or ethics or anything like that. And then the biggest ethical problem now is clout. Clout is the drug now. Everyone's chasing clout, and I am victim of this as well. So keep that in mind. I was going back and forth on the Elon Musk video title. Should I put Elon Musk to step down from Twitter? Because technically he sent out a tweet saying that he would follow the poll, that he would step down whether it was yes or no. The poll was yes. So I'm okay, well then he's gonna step down. But knowing Elon Musk, is he gonna follow his word? Of course not. He's a major cunt. So it's kind of you're kind of going back and forth, and it's really difficult, because now society values clout, and so everybody feels immense pressure because everyone's clout has clout pressure on them, and so society puts pressures of views, numbers, money on everybody, and so everybody is a victim of that now. It's a structural issue that we have to solve, but everybody wants clout, and there's no actual fixes to this kind of thing. And Twitter accounts like Popbase or Daily Loud are taken seriously now because they purport to be that way, and now there's just no sort of kind of medium there, right? And so the only way you can really go is make sure you're looking at actual sources. But this is fake news. This isn't actually true. But look at how many likes a tweet like this has: 720,000. There were other social media posts from Andrew Tate that were confirming that he was in Romania, and she's her personal investigation that it must have been the Romanian pizza chain because nothing else was clear that he was there. It's dude, that's not even you didn't even get word from authorities that point tipped them off. You're just coming to that your own conclusion, and then you're not even really clearly saying that yourself. This is just not something that's really ethical. This person has no excuse because you're an actual somewhat professional in that field, you know what I mean? But it's okay, pop base, you're not even, this isn't even a legit thing, you know what I mean? This is just a fucking Twitter account that does whatever BS source they're doing. And so this is the new era that we're in the era of mass misinformation. But to look at this tweets list, the top tweets list, top favorited tweets list, Greta Thunberg is at number 5, fifth most liked tweet, 3.6. That's going to keep rising, by the way. I think it's actually going to overtake Joe Biden's "It's a New Day in America," and it might even overtake Barack Obama's tweet saying no one is born hating another person as the color of his skin or his background or his religion. So this could literally be number 3 because there's so much news by this, and every update that comes in, even like my previous Andrew Tate video was getting so many views over time compared to my other videos, and so just because of the new news. And then the most liked tweet, number 30, is 2.8 million, but a bunch of these are 2.8 and 2.9 and 3. And so like I said, like the tweet from Greta Thunberg is getting it. Look, it's at 2.71, almost 2.72. So it's undebatable. It's going to make it in here. And honestly, I would be shocked if it doesn't get into the top 10, like 3.1. It'll at least get 3 million. So this could legitimately be 2 top 10 like tweets of all time. And, you know, it's more a correlation thing. The Greta Thunberg isn't the reason why Andrew Tate got arrested. She's not the reason why, you know, he didn't reveal the pizza boxes and that's what made him get arrested. That ended up just kind of being fake news. But again, all really important to note, correlation versus causation. The two things were correlated, but there was no causal link between the two. So it's called post hoc ergo propter hoc. That's the logical fallacy in which you assert that, oh, because one thing happened after another, there must be a causal link between the two. Logically fallacious, you know, post hoc ergo propter hoc, and that's what it seems to be here. But interesting stuff nonetheless. Huge dub for Greta Thunberg, massive dub. Although a lot of that dub ended up being a correlation versus as opposed to a causation, right? So yeah, pretty crazy stuff going on here coming from Greta Thunberg.